right, we got dead air here, Brian. Let's talk about something. What do you?
Oh, we should be talking right now. We should be going live, huh?
We are going live.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man.
There it goes. It wouldn't let me push the button. Now
looking at the dog.
we got 2 people already watching. The dog's on live. We're on camera 3. We got the wide shot going today.
Oh, okay, that's where we're at.
Yeah, we're on Toking today. Yeah, I got these other cameras on for no reason, but they are on.
Okay.
But we don't have anybody to push the buttons today since everybody's out working the stores today. So we are on live on camera 3.
Okay.
Yeah, but if you go to my Facebook, you can share it from there. Or you're doing your Anchor. You're live on.
Yeah, I'm going live on Anchor. Well, we'll put that up on Anchor later.
Pre-recorded on Anchor.
Yeah.
So you catch Brian's side of the conversation from the table over there.
Hang on, let's put it over there. I don't know how that's gonna work, but
yeah, we'll see.
All right, we'll see.
Yeah, it's probably gonna sound better than this professional equipment.
No way, dude. No, I've been told a bunch. I gotta up my game with my technology.
Upgrade the tech.
But I don't know. At some point, I feel like the goddamn technology's running us. So,
it could be. But man, so LA shut down right now, though, huh?
LA's garbage.
It's done, huh?
It's right now. They better change things quick, dude.
So, as a stand-up comic, being out performing nightly, when was the last time you performed? What was the date?
I think it was March 13th or something like that in March 12 or something in El Paso.
Oh, you actually were. You were.
I was in El Paso. My last gig was in El Paso.
Oh wow, that was the other guy you were just on the phone with.
Yeah.
Oh wow, was that his club?
It was his club. So the guy was Bart Reed's comedy club. The comic strip in El Paso was my last gig up until. It was my last gig up until I do my next gig, which will be May 23rd, somewhere in Ohio. But I'm not telling people unless they know me because it's a private. It's a gig people can go to, but it's not.
I don't have 5 friends in my Connect 5.
Yeah,
so I guess that's pretty good for you, man.
Yeah.
If you hold the door list to that.
Dude. I want to get. I'm gonna do a little small barn show in Ohio. That's my
cool.
next gig, May 23rd. So I said, you know what, man?
Well, if you know where a barn is in Ohio, it's probably not that one. It's probably another one because there's a lot of barns.
There's a lot of barns in Ohio. So I think I'm gonna go on the barn tour, man.
Yeah.
Where I was thinking that, dude. I was like, man, I want to go from town to town playing every barn, dude, because it's like right now we're living in like a speakeasy time.
You get paid in like jugs of wine and like corn husks
and hopefully cow milk.
You get some milk and some husk and yeah, that's not too bad. Especially these days coming, you might be down to trading some chicken eggs for some comedy.
Hey, that would be awesome for me, dude. At this point, hey, you know what? I've never done comedy for the money, anyways. So, if the world goes broke and I can feed myself, trading, bartering, I'll do it, man.
What about acting? You do that for the money, right?
Well, that's something I do not for the money either, because you get paid for it.
What do you do for money?
I do
hand jobs for money, or
well, well, you do. You do it for the money, but you do it to get paid. But your reasoning behind it isn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if I were to all of a sudden get a job at a bank, then you would know I was doing that for the money because I have no interest in it.
Well, you'd be stealing the money at that point.
Yeah, well, and which is probably pretty easy to do now since everybody's wearing a goddamn mask.
Yeah. Wasn't me, it was the other guy in the mask.
Yeah, dude.
That's crazy. Mask and gloves required to enter.
But see, Chad, if you wore a mask and gloves and committed a crime, you'd still be recognizable, man.
Yeah, that's what they'll do. They'll line up. They just have a little plexiglass with a guy. We just have a little mask on people, like a Snapchat filter. Just go, was it this guy? Was it this guy? Yeah, that's how. That's our future, man.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to take people's identities away with all this nonsense, man.
Yeah. So LA, you're required now to wear a mask to even leave, right? You cannot go out of the house, like check your mail. You'll get like flogged like they're doing in India. They beat you with sticks, or
I don't know. I got out before that. The sticks stuff started happening.
Yeah,
but
I've seen that shit, like India and stuff. They'll just like, if there's 2 people on a moped, they'll just like beat them. But yeah, man. So, but they are requiring masks to leave the house, though, huh?
Yeah.
That just started.
Yeah, they're getting less. See, this is what's weird. They're getting less and less cases, but more and more strict.
Wow.
So it does. To me, just thinking from that point of view.
Are they getting less cases because they're more strict?
Well, that's what they're gonna say.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what they're gonna say. I per se don't really know if that's true or not, and have no real reason to believe why it would be, or I guess even why it wouldn't be. So, but I just think that, to me, it doesn't make sense, dude, because you can see how people are being hurt from being locked in like this,
Yeah.
and how this is creating situations that just aren't healthy.
I've seen quite a few of my friends on my friends list just basically go crazy.
Including myself.
Just absolutely just just off the wall rants that they would never normally not say.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You go off the wall, you get real feisty, and that's why, like, to me, it's like, dude, okay, I'm gonna try to rethink this whole internet social media stuff, because something tells me we as people kind of made a little mistake along the ways.
Yeah.
And what that was that and I know this from my own self, the ego is so big, wanting to put things up and out there, our thoughts and our opinions, that we actually turned Big Brother against our own selves.
Right.
And Big Brother, like, is the 1984 book, George Orwell, where, you're being watched all the time. The main character in the book, he can't even write in his journal.
Uh-huh.
And that's what, so when we're out there blasting our thoughts and our opinions on social media, that has become Big Brother, where people now know what you think,
Yeah.
and are constantly going to be trying to use it against other people, which is messed up.
Because we don't need a journal. They gave us the journal.
They gave us it, but the problem is when you have a regular journal, right, and hopefully nobody steals it or whatever, but that's your own personal thoughts that nobody should be getting in, because your mind.
Nobody likes that one. There's no likes on those pages. I can't get.
It doesn't matter.
I can't get the thumbs up on that.
That is true. That is true. But it's like, I don't know, dude. You're right, dude. There's the whole thing of being liked and all that shit. That's something, man, I've been like reflecting on a lot on this drive home, though.
Yeah. Is it worth it to be liked? Is it Mr. Popularity? You said the comics are starting to turn against you with the opinions. Is that?
Well, some do. Some.
Well, I lost some friends over this time.
Yeah, it's hard because
it's not over Trump or anything.
It's just over. I mean, because really, I see it kind of as 2 points of views, right? So there's the point of view that wants to be super safe and super secure. Okay.
Yeah.
And then there's the other group that says, hey, okay, we get that, but we still want to keep working and keep living our lives.
Yeah.
And live as life is, because, and to me, it's like every day you're cooped up, afraid of this, and not doing what you would be doing otherwise, you're dying for that day.
Yeah.
That day you died. You were alive, but you didn't go for it. And I've had a couple of days during this time that, dude, boom, crash, just
dead,
dude. And just, so it's hard because the two sections of things, the two sections of groups are pretty hardcore split up, and that's not a good situation for us as people, because it looks to me like we are now in a kind of a war that's strange. It's the civilians, it's the regular people versus the governments and the elites. That is actually, I feel, happening right now. Yeah. I think that people are on to the fact that, dude, okay, it's us versus them.
Yeah.
And they started to fight.
Yeah, yeah.
They picked it with us.
So what do we do? What do you see, man? Is it revolt, or are they slowly picking us off one by one?
Well, it's up to us. We have to stand up to them. Yeah,
but when you stand up by yourself and everybody else gets their phone out and watch the cops beat your ass?
Hey, that happened to me in sixth grade, dude. Some 8th grader was picking on the 6th grade class.
Yeah.
Okay, he said, I'm taking you the whole class on after school, right? The whole grade. Okay, so here we are walking out to the basketball courts. Excuse me. The 6th grade versus Andy. Okay? We get out there, the 6th grade versus Andy. And who goes out to fight Andy?
Just you?
Just me.
Everybody else got their phone.
We didn't have phones. We didn't even have phones back then. They were just dribbling basketballs. Should we get in? Oh, he's getting beat pretty bad. I want to be next.
And he's just like, why don't you guys help?
So hey, man, you know what though? Hey, if that happens again, that happens again.
Yeah.
I have to at this point. I have to stand by
But
something.
they win because they have the helicopters and the more they got the radios and then they keep on bringing more and more. It's like Grand Theft Auto 5. Eventually the tanks come.
There'll be ways. I mean, there'll be ways that so many times you think the obstacle's too big to overcome, but it's not always.
It seems like there's gonna be a bunch of sixth graders watching this shit happen.
Yeah, there will be. Most people will watch.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I really don't know. That nobody knows right now.
Yeah.
But I do think we got to find a way for people who are disagreeing to get on some kind of same page somewhere on something.
Yeah. No, I agree, man.
Because it's not about the two parties. It's about the people right now. We have to see, as like I said, civilians versus the elites, man.
That's what my buddy Michael Weiser was supposed to be in here yesterday, who just recently passed. Because he passed yesterday. He was supposed to be in here, and it was always that's what he wanted. He wanted legal marijuana. He always fighting for it, no matter. Everybody would always fight over their difference and the way they wanted the legal marijuana. It's kind of funny that you're both fighting for the same thing, but it's always they wanted to fight each other just for the same outcome. And he was always there with his opinion, but gave everybody an opportunity to speak theirs. And so that's kind of what I want to take away. Do it now and give everybody an opportunity, but do stand up for what you believe in too. So definitely, man.
Yeah, man. So I don't know, dude. I just don't want to. I don't want to stop doing something that I expected to do my whole life. Right.
Right.
I think the last time I was on the podcast, I wanted to do comedy till my last breath. Right.
Right. That's why I'm saying that. That's what Michael was doing. He was activist. He was supposed to go out to. He was about there today, being an activist and fighting for legal marijuana, and he did it till his last breath.
Fucking awesome.
But they took it away from you before you could even fight for it. That's the crazy thing. But you have this. You have platforms like this, but the audience, man, that's where it comes from. That stand up.
Man, yeah.
You can't be real like you could on stage right here. You don't have that energy feeding to you of all those people's issues. They're out there, they're watching, but that connection is not the same as if they were in this room. You can feel them. They're there. If they're having a good day, bad day, if they like your jokes, if they don't like your jokes, if they if it's landing, if it's not landing, you can feel the crowd, you can feel the room, which is definitely something that is disconnected from the internet, from this podcast, from
1,000%, man. Dude, it's true, man. Sometimes you don't realize how much you love something, until it's gone, or someone.
Yeah. So think about that. Think about the first time you got up on stage and the nerves and the whatnot. And, I know you probably didn't love it that day, but the second day you went back and you did it again.
Well, I'll tell you what. So the first time I did it was kind of an easy situation because
everybody loves you first time.
Yeah, everybody loves you first time. Oh, Brian's gonna do this. Okay, let's see how this goes. Yeah. Okay. Well, that was stupid. We'll laugh anyways for you, Brian. Okay. Yeah. All right. So the first time was kind of friends there. It's like, sure, I bombed, but they were supportive. They were supportive.
That's cool.
The second time, I didn't know anybody there. That's when the real bomb happened.
That's when you questioned, do I want
That's when I sat. That's when my friend Michael Austin sat with me for like 2 hours in the parking lot, and he calmed me down.
Yeah.
Come on, you're just starting, man. Don't be a blah. And then the next day I was still upset about it. And I know now the reason why that the next day I was still upset about it was because I knew I was going to keep going.
Yeah.
That's when I knew. I knew after that terrible bomb that it didn't matter. I was going to keep going. I'm better than that. I'm going to keep going. I'm better than that. I'm going to keep going. I'm better than that. I'm going to keep going. So yeah, and that's something that always kept me going, dude.
Yeah, just being better than that.
Better than that every night. Wake up, next show, better than that.
Yeah.
So every day when I would wake up, I say, look at the gig from last night. Okay, I'm better than that today. But now with that missing,
yeah,
it's like you wake up, fuck. This world now. God damn. I'm not going to fucking... Huh?
No better than yesterday. It's just, yeah.
Yeah, dude. So, but I tell you, getting out on this trip and getting, you know...
Getting out of the city?
Getting out of the city, it just, man, dude... I got out of LA. I got out of California, and I was basically in tears seeing like getting away from that and seeing the air in the world and everything, and not the whole mass society everywhere, dude. Just seeing what life really is, what life's really meant to be, what life really should. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And so. You know, I've always respected the Arizona for some reason, the Phoenix area, the comedy. I've always told you, like, the comedy out here is so awesome, man. Yeah. And I think that, you know, it's a place that kind of stands for something. You know, I come out here and feel like they stand for, you know.
It's different here. I think you're going to definitely see comedy clubs open here first because they're like restaurants. They're already set up like restaurants.
Yeah.
And that's what you're seeing is restaurants starting to open first because they start to do these seating arrangements. They're starting to do sanitation arrangements. They're wearing the masks, the gloves, all that stuff. So it's not that difficult for Copper Blues to step in and say, okay, instead of having 400 people, we're going to have 200 people. We're going to space them out this way.
Yeah.
And we're mask, gloves, everything's sanitized, everything's spread out, and, you know, 6 feet apart, blah, blah, blah. You're definitely going to see those types of places open first. Whereas places like the Laugh Factory, dude, those people are packed in there already. There's no food. It's just 2 drinks already. You know, it's going to be a different situation. You can't spread out 30 people, you know, more than you already have, you know, there. So it's a small location. The rent's already high. The idea is to pack as many people in there as possible. You can't do that. Belly room, probably going to happen again. You know, it's
belly.
I've never been to the belly room when it's been.
See, I like to think I'm still keeping in my head. Yeah, I'm still keeping in my head. Somehow this is all going to work.
See, I don't see it. Man. That's what I'm saying. That these types of you cannot get to the belly room without bumping into people.
See, that's it. So you think that people from this point on, man? Okay, I'm gonna say there's.
So even if this, so you gotta think, even if this clears up, how afraid of other germs are you gonna be?
I'm not.
Well, you know, you're gonna.
I'm not, but I'm not. Huh?
You might terrify a lot of people.
Well, you know what? Tough. They aren't me.
Yeah, but you know that's the whole thing is these people are getting sick and they're dying, blah blah.
But okay, then they don't have to come. They don't have to come see me. But I don't feel like.
So everybody who comes sees you is gonna be full of germs and doesn't give a fuck. That's it. That's it.
You know what? They're no more full of germs before to me than before this shit happened, and I believe that, dude.
But there's that one extra one.
I guess you know people can live their lives in fear. It's their choice. You know, it's their choice. But that's why. To me, I'm going to. It's everybody has their choices right now, you know.
Yeah.
And you can sit there and you can say this invisible. How come all these things that we're always being yelled at like are invisible? Like this is invisible,
well,
right?
If you saw 5G coming out of the air at you, it'd probably be way more terrifying. You'd probably shut it down first, but you don't see that shit, so you don't worry about it. So the invisible shit, if it's not visible, you're not gonna worry about it. But it should be worried about, you know, these you know, coronavirus on all these textures and surfaces that are, you know, every time you go to the gas pump, use an ATM, touch the bank screen, door, any of that stuff, it gets spread to hundreds of thousands of people just that quick because one dude didn't mask up. And he's like, I'm not afraid.
I don't think so, dude. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. I mean, look, it can maybe I don't know if it can spread whatever, but I'm not buying that. I'm not gonna look the new normal. How people say, I think that's goddamn propaganda.
I've been going to restaurants since they opened here, and it's different.
It's going to take people
normal, definitely.
Well, it's going to take people a while to get settled in, and things are going to be different for a while. But at some point, man, I hope that human beings.
One of the best things about going to a restaurant nowadays,
is
waiting in your car and getting a text when your table's ready. You don't have to sit there and wait with all the fucking idiots in line, listen to their fucking kids talk and jump all over the place. Everybody's in their cars waiting to get paged to go to the restaurant.
Okay,
that's kind of cool.
Okay, well, I don't think. Well, I would say, but that to me just seems as another way that technology, is controlling us.
Right. Or you can sit out there and wait, but there's like a little X to stand on, and you're definitely gonna feel way more controlled. Besides, I think that technology gives you the freedom, or you have to go stand on that X and wait for your name to be called.
Well,
Who's in control then? You can drive away anytime. You don't have to go in.
yeah,
It's
probably.
convenient for you.
Well, I don't think I would. I would rather the old way but that's the way I am. That's the problem I'm gonna have with all this, dude. Is that, you know, being where things are right now, is seeing the first 40 years of my life, you know, the way they were, the way the world was, and having a taste of that, and now seeing this.
Yeah, now he's like an old man.
I know, dude.
Things are changing.
Things are changing, dude. I'm at that spot, dude.
This television
Things are
with
changing.
its color.
Fuck.
You don't need that.
You know what? Maybe I am
channels.
sounding like that. Okay.
3 channels is all we need.
Dude, the world would have been better, actually, if there was only 3. Well,
ABC, NBC, and whatever the other
I guess
one
it was
is.
always control, man. World would have been better if it was Amish, dude. We should have stayed old-fashioned.
Those dudes have phones.
They do have phones now.
Yeah.
They all do. Technology won.
Yeah, it's over.
Technology, dude. Technology's an enemy, I think.
Yeah.
I know you got to, but I mean, we're doing this off that. But yeah, I'd rather be up on the stage, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, shit.
Well, see, the good thing about being up on stage is, like, we've had, like, 3 people come in all the time. You know, there's always been constant viewers, right? But they're coming in and out. You can't go, hey, you go to the bathroom, asshole? Where you go? And you get something more important than what we're saying here?
Yeah.
You know, that kind of, you can't call them out for just checking in and checking out of our shit here. But I see you walking in and walking out. But yeah, the 30 downloads or whatever, you know, it's interesting to see the differences. If only 5 people buy a ticket to your show, 5 people bought a ticket to your show, you know, if 200 people bought tickets to your show and only 5 people showed up, is probably worse than if 5 people bought tickets to your show. What do you think? Would you rather sell 200 tickets to people who don't show up, or have 5 people only buy tickets to your show?
I want the 5 who want to see the show.
Yeah.
You know, I want 200 people to come, but if 5,
yeah, because it's a sold out show, but nobody came. Yeah,
that'd be tough.
I went to see LL Cool J one time, and they were like, oh, "Tickets were selling fast. Get them now, get them now." And so I bought them for me and this girlfriend, whatever at the time, and we go to LL Cool J. Nobody's there. Everybody went to Lilith Fair. There's because they promoted really big, and LL was promoted like way ahead of time, and it's like Lilith Fair came in after, so everybody bought both tickets and ended up going to the other one. So it was interesting. But he still did a hell of a show. It was like 50 people in the crowd. He took all this wad of money and just threw it at us, and just like it was a whole big, like, I don't give a fuck about this shit. He just threw a whole big thing. It was pretty interesting to see LL Cool J, the actor, before he was.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's fun.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no more concerts. Can't be staying on top of each other like that. When he threw that money in the air, everybody jumped on top of each other to try to grab that shit off the ground. That's all coronavirus everywhere. You know,
man. Well, see, I don't know. Obviously, I'm in the mindset where I would rather that world.
See, that's what's
take
gonna
the
happen.
chances.
Some comedians would be like, "Fuck this," pull out his pants and just piss off the audience. Be like, "Here's your coronavirus now," and then they have to close it all down again.
Okay, well then that would have been a better reason to close it down.
Bobby Lee just pissing on the front row. But I just I don't know, man. It's gonna be a different world, but these virtual comedy. We have the VR headset down there.
See, this is all, man, dude. All this bothers me, man, because I keep thinking about this movie Demolition Man. Remember that movie?
Yeah.
And that scene, there's this scene where, so Stallone, he travels into the future. He's like got frozen, and he comes back into the future. And in the future world, it's all clean and tidy, and everything's just so gently perfect that it's super annoying, right?
Right.
And Stallone travels into this world, and Sandra Bullock, she's a cop in this world. That's
like the first pair of titties. I paused that on that scene so many times where that chick's on the video phone. But yeah, no.
Yeah, exactly, dude. All this shit they didn't have back then.
Yeah.
And then she brings him to her house and she says to him, "Do you want to have sex?" And Stallone, yeah. You know, and then she takes him into her room and she gives him a pair of headsets, which in 1994 or something, we didn't know about this. And then puts which now look like VR glasses, if you look like at it now, and they start like making out, you know, and in the goggles, and then Stallone starts getting all into it, and she's getting all into it, and then Stallone realizes he's not doing it, he's wearing goggles. He takes it off. That ain't sex. You know? And she's like, it is now because of HIV, TDD,
coronavirus.
All these different things, right? And it's like, and then Stallone is telling her, that's not the world. This ain't the world you live. This ain't the real world. You know, just how clean and perfect it was. And then there was Dennis Leary's character who lived underneath.
Which we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, which what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, the Boring Company.
And, okay. And that's where he lived with all the riffraff type of people, though. They would consider it uppity. And then
he's smoking down there, fucking Larry.
Yeah, he's smoking out there. I'm eating rats, you know. And and then all this is going on. I'm like, dang, dude, there's just so many things that like have predicted the time period that we just hit right now, because dude, this is like a flop, dude.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of people saw the world go in this direction, whether it was Idiocracy or Demolition Man or those types of they saw different aspects.
Yeah, Idiocracy's a lot like how
The Simpsons. Yeah, all those they
now
all.
How were the Simpsons always like? They always nailed it.
They get high in a room and think, what would the future be like? And they go, okay, let's write that shit. And when you start tapping into that stuff, that's how it happens, man.
Or was it a bunch of CIA agents writing the script and saying, here's what's going to happen in the world?
How many times have you came up with a joke and then heard that somewhere else or on TV or something?
Yeah, all the time it happens.
Because you're tapped into that universal knowledge. You're in that.
Yeah.
And it's got to be put out there.
Yeah.
And so somebody's going to put it out there.
Yeah.
And so you got to, that's why. Because it's not just your idea, it's the universe's idea. And somebody's got to be that tool for it. And the Simpsons happen to be a big tool for it.
Yeah.
So, tap in, man. Be more famous so the universe listens to you more. That's the problem.
That's the problem, man.
I'm hopefully come with these movie ideas. I'll be like, motherfuckers, what the hell?
Yeah.
Oh, because okay. I guess Jerry Bruckheimer's better at it than I am.
Dude, but you know what? They said that right now it's the time for the independent filmmakers.
Well, yeah, that's true, but
that's what I'm thinking, dude.
You gotta have people watch it, and that's the whole thing. Is you got to be a marketer. You got to know how to reach so many people and impact so many people. That's what the studios have. They have McDonald's money. They have fucking product placement. They have cash out their ass to fucking put it out there and to get you your vote and to get you to watch it. We don't have that. I have one person that's been on this the whole time that's been pretty steady, but that's about it. It's like, how do you get somebody?
One person watching this?
Right now.
That's your wife.
I think she's probably working. We had you try to grab those people to even just to read a script. You hand somebody a script and, hey, did you check that out? I didn't get around to it. Did you watch that video I sent you? No, I didn't. Well, what the fuck, bro? Did you watch my comedy thing I put you? No, I didn't get to. You're my friend. How can I get somebody else to fucking watch this shit?
Right.
So, yeah, it's if you don't have the money to influence them, you're like, oh, I'll take you out to dinner if you fucking watch my fucking movie. What do I have to do, dude?
Yeah.
So it's.
Yeah, but that's definitely true, man.
You gotta buy the vote.
Man, dude, buy the vote.
Yeah.
It's gonna be man.
So what's your doggy's name, man?
Well, he's got a couple names.
What's he come to?
He comes to Bestie and Prince, because his name was Prince, and then this is a long story about this dog's names, man. So he had like 7 owners.
Aw, he's a terrible dog, huh? Nobody wants him.
Look at him. He ain't terrible.
Nobody wants this fucking
perfect.
dog.
He's perfect. He's perfect. His only thing is if he's left alone, he has bad separation. He calls him.
So he's not a good apartment dog.
No, he's a good lap dog. He's a good road dog. He's a perfect dog for going on a road trip with.
Do you take him to the clubs with you?
In the comedy clubs?
Yeah.
I could have. Yeah, I didn't a lot when I was like, this trip's different. But when I was going to the comedy clubs, I wasn't really taking because that's like, a little too much, you know, to put on him. But
Elijah Schlesinger,
she
fucking
took her dog everywhere. Yeah, that's right.
But yeah.
So, anyways, I had a. Yeah, man. So I have.
That's what it reminds me of. Is kind of like her dog. You look a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. So, but yeah, so he's perfect, man. Sitting in the seat next to me, we just drive.
Yeah.
And it's fun, man. And that's what I'm hoping to do more of, bro. Is just
drive.
I think I'm gonna be a tow. I mean, a 18-wheeler, man. I'm thinking
deliver for Charmin.
Yeah, they're busy.
They need more.
You know what? I'll keep my Prius. I'll just put 32 packs of toilet paper in my trunk, right? Or what? 32 rolls.
Well, that's what you were doing. You were picking it up for people and just delivering it, right?
Yeah. It was like boom.
The same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah, man. Personal shopper in LA. I got a little testy, didn't it?
Oh, that shit sucks, dude. I mean, that's like you're like. But see, man, I just like to work, dude. So
it's funny because I keep on offering you jobs and you don't take them.
Well, I mean, I do. I mean, it's just that I'm in Phoenix and I'm in LA right now, But
you're in Phoenix right now.
Right now, I'm in Phoenix. Okay, I'm lazy. I don't like to work. I just like to say I like to work.
There it is. You'll go to the grocery store if you're already going.
I'll go. Hey, you know what? If somebody will give me $25 to go to the grocery store when I'm already there,
that's your level of work.
Yeah.
Stand here as a stand-in, or I'll go to the grocery store if I'm already going.
Yeah. Exactly, dude.
Go up on stage and talk. I can do that for an hour.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. That's what I want to bring back, dude.
You still got your pipe there too.
Oh man, yeah, I'm good.
All right. Don't want to be caught on camera. Toking today.
Toking today.
All right, brother. Well, man, the drive from LA to Ohio, you're doing a zigzag version of it. You're going south, up, north.
I'm just going wherever I.
That's cool.
I'm making a.
Like you're on tour, but not.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And as I'm doing that, though, I'm thinking of where we could get the gigs when it's time to get the shit going again.
Yeah. How about some of your other like comedian type friends? I know like people like Mark Maron and stuff have podcasts and they're doing their own things, but like what are like some of these other guys who didn't have TV shows and other things, what do you see them doing? Are you hearing what the comics are doing right now, or?
Man, I'm not. I mean, I guess, yeah, a lot of people are doing podcasts and things and trying to get the online shows going and that. And
I've seen some of the online. I haven't watched one, but I've seen them advertised. Have you been a part of any of these online comedy shows?
I haven't yet, man, because I still have some kind of.
Yeah, it's like trying to do a Zoom podcast. People, it's just not the same.
Yeah.
You definitely have to have that interaction.
To me, yeah, you do.
Yeah, if a waitress isn't interrupting the punchline, it's not gonna fucking work.
Yeah, exactly, dude. God, man, it's crazy, dude. To think
the little things that used to piss you off now you just miss.
I wish there was. I wish I could have said last night the waitress dropped her tray of drinks during my punchline, and I wish I could have said that today.
Yeah.
I wish I was like, yeah, man, I was at Tempe Improv last night, and I was telling my joke, and the waitress dropped a tray of food and drinks on the customer's lap, and it got kind of awkward. I wish that was the conversation instead of, God damn, I haven't done this for fucking 2 months. I'm really jonesing.
But man, what is 2 months, 60 days of not going there every night? That's.
And the thing is that we're at a battle to when it will come back. And what will be after this,
Who will come back? Is it going to be the guys who are doing their podcast right now? The guys who are like the Theo Vons and the Joe Rogan? I mean, these guys are going to be on stage first, right?
Yeah.
So
well, I think it'll come back to it eventually, in my belief, and I'm keeping it like, I'm thinking about it like my team's going to win.
Yeah.
Okay, so other people can sit here and say that, it's going to be too tough. Nobody will want to go out and this and that. I'm going to say that my team is going to win.
Right.
Okay, and it will probably be the Joe Rogans and the people with the biggest followings first that get people back out to the comedy clubs again.
Well, yeah.
And once they do,
but they're going to get like Tony and Ari and
there'll be room for everybody, because once once the initial burst gets out there and people go to the shows and they come back and say, "Oh, I'm still alive," and they tell a couple of their friends, "Oh, you can go to a show and you'll come back and you'll be alive," and you know,
it takes 2 weeks.
Yeah, it takes 2 weeks. So they call them 2 weeks later. Well, okay, then in 6 months. But I think that eventually there will be some people that will forever be afraid. Okay.
Yeah.
Tough. Okay.
So you think the belly room and stuff will open up again? And
I do. I do.
I see the original room being tight.
I do, but you know what? Here's how it's going to have to happen. It's not going to happen without some kind of fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I mean, I'm not talking a physical fight, but I'm talking. Is it the comics
or is it the audience? Who's gonna?
No, it won't be between them.
No, I mean, who's gonna put up the big fight? Is it gonna be the comics that put up the fight for the audience, or is it gonna be the audience putting up the fight for the comics, saying we want live comedy again?
Well, the comics have to work towards making it happen. The audience is worried about their real lives that they come to us to forget about their real lives for a minute, or you know what I'm saying. So if you're in the audience, you have your own life that you're worried about. Man, I got to get my job back.
Right.
They're not going to worry about the comic getting his job back, just like I'm not worried about how I'm going to get his job back from him because I don't know how to do it for him.
You need him to come to the audience. You need him to be there.
Yeah.
So how is that? Because you still got to have him forget about that shit long enough to come to the
show. Yeah. So he's got to focus on his life, and he gets his life together. And that means there'll be more shit going on. If I get my life back together, there'll be more shit going on.
I think LA is pretty good because there's a lot of independent money there. You know, a lot of the people that come to the comedy clubs that order bottles and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, those type of people will be some of the first ones to come back. The inheritance kids.
Yeah.
You know, those types. You know,
yeah.
You see that often. You know, those will probably be the first ones, but they'll be the most annoying ones. Yeah. Those are the ones who heckle and don't get their way and throw a fit. But you know, I think they'll lead the way for opening up. But it's gonna be interesting who the crowds are first. You know, it's not gonna be the working man, I wouldn't think.
Yeah, over there probably not. But I think that
office accountants. No,
but I think that there's gonna be there'll be opportunities coming up. Because people want to, you know, express their thoughts and ideas, man. And I'm telling you, this whole thing about, I'm not saying the mass gatherings or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Well, to me, a lot of the things that are going on, it seem as a way to keep people from communicating thoughts, ideas, and opinions.
Yeah.
And so
we're doing that right now.
Huh?
We're doing that.
Right. Yeah, we are getting out to a lot of people, but when people are in person and together,
yeah,
you know, it's a different look. Yeah, you and I can talk on social media or something, but it's not the same as when you actually see someone and look at them and get their opinions. It's, you know what I mean?
Well, I think as a comic, you don't want anybody talking back. You want to hear their opinion. You just want to say.
That's right. That's why I talk so much.
Yeah, you just don't want to hear other people's opinion. You just want to make sure other people hear your opinion very loudly.
Yeah.
And if they start talking, just
keep talking faster.
Get them out.
Get them out. There go. No, you know what? I was listening to my show in El Paso, man, and the crowd was so fun. And I thought about it, man. They were so interactive with me, so just so fun, dude. And it made me think like how much I want that. I don't want that shit to end, dude. So like everybody's got, like you said, people are freaking out. Well, dude, for me, one freaking out thing is, dude, I don't want that part of the world to end.
Yeah.
I don't want that part of the world to end. So what can I do to keep that part going?
What can you do, man? You're gonna do stand up for cows and
I mean, yes, I am. I'm gonna sit on a tractor and do comedy, dude.
Yeah, I think it'd be a funny. That would be a very good Netflix special if you did a stand up for a barn full of animals like chickens and cows and whatnot, but had a laugh track of people.
That would be hilarious, actually.
Yeah, just like had close. Yeah, how they do like the swoop in. With
yeah,
it's just a bunch of animals.
Take the actual. Yeah, it'd be funny. You could take the actual audio of a real show.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
And just do your routine with the animals there. Yeah. So if you do that, that was my idea first. You got to give me a EP on that.
Okay. Let's do it. Can you get the animals, the barn animals?
I thought you were in Ohio. Those are just walking around, right?
Yeah, we can get them.
Yeah, they're just there.
They're there.
Yeah,
they're there.
They have to move them out to get people in there. Actually,
you know what they do to get lambs' legs
walk them.
Yeah, they walk them. But I saw.
Like they're not pushing iron or like
they'll put them on they put this part, they're on four, so they'll make it like they're standing, right?
Yeah.
And then they'll have a tractor go, and they'll slowly walk with the tractor. It's crazy, man.
Slow walking though.
Yeah, I mean you can't go that fast with the
lambs.
Yeah, but that's because they're only on 2 legs.
Oh, I got you.
So they have them boom, and then they walk.
I got you. So they're standing up behind the tractor.
Yeah, that's cool. It's crazy.
It's like poodles.
Yeah,
but not force poodles.
Yeah.
Have you had lamb before?
Yeah.
It smells like a petting zoo, or it tastes like a petting zoo, right? Like you notice that? Like it has like when you go to like the state fair and
maybe it's because their scent is so strong.
You smell that motherfucker. You taste that though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought at first maybe it wasn't prepared right, so I'll do it again. You know what? This tastes like a fucking petting zoo. Why am I paying extra for this? Give me a steak, goddamn! It doesn't taste like a fucking petting zoo. Yeah, they have like a strong odor about them. Or it comes out, I guess. I guess the lamb meat is in there. Maybe that's why. Maybe it smells like a gyro in here.
Yeah.
But you eat a lot of meat, or is it just chicken?
I try to eat a different. Yeah, I eat kind of beef when I can.
Yeah.
And not a whole lot, but some. And sometimes bacon. Swine.
Where'd this tan come from, man? You're a lot more tan than I've seen you before.
Yeah, dude. Well, I guess probably been outside because nothing to do.
This isn't from the beach. This is from delivering groceries.
Yeah, dude. And I went to Huntington Beach last weekend.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was awesome, man. I liked it. A lot of people got mad at me, but everybody's still here. So I went to the Huntington Beach. They had a kind of like trying to reopen the beach day,
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was pretty cool, man. Like, it was awesome, actually.
Was it a protest, or was it like...
Well, it was a combo. It was like it was a protest. Okay, so the first time they had a protest.
Did you carry a sign to it?
No, I didn't. I didn't carry a sign.
Well, see, that's the problem.
Well, speaking of signs, I saw
a
some
beach ball and an umbrella.
Yeah.
Where were you out of Where were you out of this?
No, the first time I wore my suit, I wanted to look dignified, and I hadn't worn a suit in a while, and I was like, "Damn, man!"
So not your bathing suit, an actual suit.
A suit to the beach. I brought swimming trunks and a t-shirt with me, of course. But
did you bring a little stand to hang up the suit on? A laundry bag?
No, I wore the suit at first. I want to, walk down there and then. Look sharp. I ain't wore a suit forever. And then when they were done with that, I put my swimming suit on and my shorts and went down to the beach. And so yeah, man. And then the next week it was like
so the beach.
Yeah. Then I just
open, no cops, no problems.
They were cool. Huntington Beach. They were cool. And then I bought a breakfast burrito, even though it was 6 p.m. from this guy at this little restaurant he had open. That's
not a breakfast burrito. That's just a burrito with eggs in it.
That's that was, man, I forgot to eat breakfast this morning and I haven't eaten all day. Well, wow. And then, so I was talking to that guy, and the next week I go back and the whole area's opened up and it was awesome. Really? Yeah.
So all the stores, everything?
Yeah, at Huntington Beach on May 9th, it was open. It was great.
So the city of Los Angeles is like, no fucking way, but all the surrounding cities are starting to open up? Is that?
Yeah.
Huh. So Santa Monica, everything?
No, Santa Monica not, because that's too close to Los Angeles. But Huntington, well, I guess Huntington has a mayor, who can make their decisions for them, because it keeps getting, and the mayor of Huntington Beach said, you know what, we're opening up.
Huh, that's cool.
He said, there's too many people here that want to open up. The numbers, look, did that gig Brea Improv, right? You know how I love that gig.
Yeah.
So that was, that's a population of 45,000, I think.
Huh.
And there was 20 people in the town that had gotten COVID at one point. Not that they had died, but that's how many. So it's kind of tough, right? Because I mean, we want to be safe and all that and everything.
But you realize that how many people actually tested positive, and not everybody get to a test. And
okay, so it could be higher.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, dude. I'm fucking want my gig and probably come back.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I understand. Yeah, these are just people who actually went and actually got a test.
So there might have been more, but they lived, right?
Well, those 20 people that got tested did, but there might be those people who just died in their home that didn't know.
And nobody. Oh, I see.
Yeah, they get tested.
Yeah, I guess, man.
You know, there's that. I don't know.
There is that. I gotta start being more open minded and looking at that side.
Advocate. I mean, it's my podcast. I'm giving everybody both sides. But you know, I just want
there's a lot of angles, dude.
Yeah,
there's a lot of angles.
But I understand. You know, as somebody who was, our business was considered essential, and we stayed open. You know, and as somebody whose business did not stay open, you know,
yeah,
I can definitely see the stress. You know, and I understand. You know, there's got to be something more, you know, for you. But for me, you know, I'm like, I kind of like it this way. You know?
Yeah. so some people it might work better, you know.
Yeah. But I totally get it. You know, I do miss going to the comedy clubs, but I'm watching Netflix specials. You know, I'm laughing to myself. You know, I'm eating my own food. I'm drinking my own stuff.
Yeah.
But you know, eventually, you know, which one? You know, I don't know. It's hard to. I think corporations will push it out the little guys, and it's happening with comedy. It's gonna happen with businesses. It's gonna happen all that way. You know, whoever the corporations back. You know, if it's Joe Coy over Brian Swinehart. You know, if it's you know who do they choose to put on Netflix? So yeah, who do they choose to put their products in their stores? You know, like there used to be small car dealerships. You used to go get a Nissan from Joe's Nissan. There used to be like 12 cars on the lot. You'd pick out different colors through a magazine, and then they'd order it up and then bring it down. Doesn't happen anymore. Joe's got closed down. It's fucking Midway Nissan now. They have all the colors on the lot. They have everything. You don't need to do that no more. You know, so eventually it's gonna be like that for everybody. You know, there's gonna be a big version of everything, and whether that's Netflix or Amazon or what, you know. They're gonna get it to the people massively, you know. So,
yeah, buddy.
I don't know. Start filming your Netflix special, dude. Start working on your.
Well, dude, that's gonna
get that cow.
I'm gonna do that. Yeah, that cow gig is on, man.
Yeah, only one person knows about it right now, so. They ain't gonna steal it out. Wouldn't it be fucked up? like Joe Coy's watching. That's the only person. He does a bit.
No, my luck, that would happen. Yeah, exactly. That was damn, dude.
That's funny. Yeah, I don't think he personally would do it, but
no,
somebody.
Yeah,
there are those out there. It'd be funny.
Yeah, man.
But,
dude, awesome, brother. Man, I'm freaking ready to
looks like your meds are kicking in. You start ready to hit the road.
Yeah, man, I don't know, man, dude.
Stay another night. Relax one more day. There's options, brother. You don't have to hit the road.
Yeah.
Nobody's told you to leave.
I know. I got to get back at some point.
Yeah.
You know, but no, I like it, man. I love the Phoenix area. Is cool, man.
Well, you know what's crazy is that you were the last person I saw when I left LA. You know, because of your car.
Yeah.
I had to get everything set up. And I went over to Ramsey's house, said goodbye, and you guys, you were there. And you know, it's just crazy and fitting that you're here right now on your way out.
Yeah, right. Because, boy, I still have to.
You have to go back.
But yeah,
I know, man. It's not that far from here. I go there less and less each time, and you know, my phone stops showing less and less 310 numbers. It's weird, you know. I don't know if I've slowly phased myself out or not, but
well, I think that, dude. I think that at least for a while, man, LA's not even gonna be. I mean, it can be its own little place, and everybody else is gonna keep living.
Yeah.
You know, because there's gonna be a lot of people moving out of Los Angeles.
Well, that's the deal. Like, homeless problem. Here it is. Everybody's homeless.
Well, it makes perfect sense what their strategy. Look how nice San Francisco used to be.
Yeah.
San Francisco was such a beautiful city, right? You
Yeah.
go there, you go to the pier, and there's like these sea lions and all this, and the jail's out there in the middle of the water out there, and you look over and see that, you know.
Right.
And you walk around. It was great. I don't remember if you remember my girlfriend Muffin. Do you remember Muffin?
You had a girlfriend named Muffin?
Yeah, from
This is
Germany.
legal name?
Well, she was from Germany. I just called her Muffin.
Because that's what you could pronounce.
Yeah, exactly. Your name's Muffin.
All right.
Muffin. And
That's not a sexist name. Right?
so I took Muffin to
I don't know
see-
your name, so your name is now Muffin.
Yeah.
You're now my German girlfriend named Muffin.
She had a name. I just started calling her Muffin because
All
she was like sweet, top heavy, no nutritional value. You know, I just called her Muffin, my little Muffin.
Every once in a
But-
while you find a blueberry in her.
Yeah, exactly. But we went to San Francisco. Like I went to San Francisco. It was great, right? Years later, go back to San Francisco. Same areas, everything. I had Muffin with me.
Yeah.
And Muffin was walking, and I had to grab Muffin and move her because she about stepped in human shit.
Wow.
Human, right there in the middle of the sidewalk. Boom.
See.
Human. They just let it go. But now look at San Francisco at the time. Who was the mayor there? Gavin Newsom. Now, here's these guys' plans. They like to get people as rich, as poor and as rich as possible.
Uh-huh.
That's those. That is their mojo, because that whole San Francisco is exactly what happened. So everybody in the middle had to move out. So the time before when I was there, okay, it was middle class people and all that were still there and this
Right.
and that, right? And so it was cleaner and it was nicer. And then they get rid of them, but there's all these super rich people in San Francisco.
Right.
So there's a huge divide there, right? That is the same thing they're working on doing in L.A.
Yeah,
/ the rest, because who is in charge? Newsom. That's what he does. Him and Nancy Pelosi. That's their strategies. They like to get them as poor and rich as possible in their areas.
So, what I've noticed is fucking people just smoking crack all over L.A.
It's bad,
Dude,
right?
Like like when we went down to Santa Monica, there's just a group of homeless people, like huge, like 30 of them. Dealer comes up, drops off the shit, and then they all start just popping it in right there and start lighting it up. Like as we're walking down as tourists, fucking down the street, cops right across the street don't give a fuck. Nothing's happening. They're sitting there dealing and smoking it right there on Santa Monica Santa Monica Boulevard. Yeah, it's insane. You see a little bit here and there, but this was just a fucking group of like at least 30 of them, just all passing crack back and forth, smoking right there on Santa Monica Boulevard, right across from all the hotels and shit. So I don't know. It's interesting to see what they're allowing to happen, and for what reasons, you know. Yeah,
Man, it's there. You know, dude, it's like the libraries are closed, dude. Now,
yeah,
everyone who's read any science fiction books knows that one of the first things that happen before the big takeover is that they stop letting you read books.
yeah. Well, all the books are right here. You can.
That's once again though. What is that making us relying on?
Yeah.
They know what you're reading, dude. They know that, and it also look when you go to the library, you can go through and walk around a little bit.
Well, they know
And
what you're
see-
reading because they're like, you might also like this.
Yeah, they keep you in one track mind.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're at the library, you might randomly see some book, boom, that's way different than what you usually read, and for some reason you take an interest in that.
Yeah,
Dude, it's about control, man.
yeah.
13 Monkeys. You seen that movie?
Was it the crazy homeless people when they let them all out of the mental health hospitals and shit? You know that you talk 13 monkeys and stuff. You know that's
Yeah,
they don't get to they don't get the mental health, and now they're in the libraries with you, and
yeah, that's it. I know that is a problem with the libraries we're concerned about, with all the homeless people that go to the library all day.
yeah, you got a group of kids going on a field trip, and some persons hearing voices.
But dude, they're canceling schools. I don't know, man.
I took my kids out of school when we moved to LA.
Okay.
We started our virtual school called Mulholland Academy for the Arts, and we filed it with the state of California, and we became our own school, and then we gave our kids their own education, and just did it our way, because what the schools were, it just wasn't working for our kids. So eventually, the kids learned less and less school stuff and more what they wanted to know. And now they run our stores and doing their own things and being artists and all this other stuff. But I'm just gonna have them going through the same bullshit that school I put us through, and I saw it happening. It wasn't about education; it was about control, about conformity, and if you don't do it this way, then you're not. Then that's bad. And, So we're done with that. Yeah. But yeah. So yeah, I saw it a long time ago with having the kids in school and the way the teachers would talk to them, and the way the school lessons were coming up and whatnot. It wasn't about education; it was about
conform
and training them for something else. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So they're their own people; they do their own thing. But it's interesting to see. There was thousands of kids that didn't, So now all these kids have the opportunity not to conform.
Yeah. Oh, that could be good.
Yeah. So that was my thing. Is they
that
can go.
Could be good.
They might have to do these Zoom check-ins or whatever, but it's eventually it's going to be less and less, and they're just going to stop signing in. And when you heard like Benjamin Franklin only had a 3rd grade education or whatever, this is why. Because they don't need to conform. They need to go do their own thing. So there might be a lot more independent kids come out of this.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, now you let me see some positives. Okay, I'll take that.
I got both sides. I'm just
okay.
I'm just
I guess I haven't been doing that enough.
Whichever side you're on, I'm gonna start doing the opposite. So when you came over to my side, I can go back to.
Okay, keep going. Ping pong. Let me think about this because that's the point that I hadn't thought of at all.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of less conformity come out from being at home. There are going to be those kids who are in abusive situations and, those types of things that don't have food and that stuff that public school did provide, gave those kids an outlet. But there's also a lot of kids who public school conformed and did not give them an outlet. Now they're at home, they can, beat on their drums or draw in their, notepads or, listen to their music or whatever that they were not be able to do before. They have the opportunity to rock it their way.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. So if you think about if you stayed at home all day listening to George Carlin, what would you have done by 12th grade?
You're right, dude.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah. You're right, man. Absolutely.
So yeah.
But then again, being with my peers and my classmates and stuff made me give somebody to practice on.
Yeah, all those kids turned their back on you, and you get your shit kicked out of you in 6th grade because of them.
Fuck, valid point, dude. Valid point, dude.
They weren't there for you,
they weren't. No, they weren't.
Yeah. So, at the end of the day, you're on your own.
Yeah, that's so true.
It's just you and Andy.
It's just me and Andy. Oh, Swinehart. Yeah. He was tough, man. He beats me up for a while. You know what he does? He turns the rest of the kids. You're not even gonna join. He's
it's like I feel bad for this guy. None of you, not one. Yeah, that's funny, man. Well, in honor of Andy and Michael Weiser and all those who, who honored us, beat our asses, and kept on going. We salute you. Toking today, man.
Toking today.
Yeah, want to call it a day and get on the road?
Yeah, buddy.
All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in and watching Brian Swinehart, ChadO, Toking today, smoking weed, remembering those who can't smoke with us. Here's one from Michael Weiser, everybody.
Here, I'll do that, Michael Weiser.
Here, and Brian's got his. Okay. We'll throw one up in the air for the podcast that we missed yesterday. To Michael Weiser.
Michael Weiser.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We're out of here.